Quite a bit of bitterness coming from Team USA's coach Cheryl Reeves when she was asked pretty much any questions about Caitlin Clark. And she was asked if there was any second guessing from her on Caitlin Clark not making the team, and she very just spitefully says no. Doesn't elaborate on it, just says no.
For me?
Yeah.
No.
And it's funny to me how even she coached this game, because if you didn't think Caitlin Clark was the caliber of player that she is, then why would you feel the need to face guard her, to trap her, to...
What happens when a championship coach turns into a flamethrower with a clipboard? Pure chaos, peak drama, and enough side-eye to power an entire season of reality TV. Cheryl Reeve just went nuclear, torching every coach in the entire Indiana Fever roster over the All-Star votes. And trust me, she did not come to play nice. If you thought WNBA politics were messy before, buckle up. Reeves got receipts, rage, and revenge energy. This isn't a meltdown, it's a masterclass in petty perfection. Let's get into it.
I just finished watching the All-Star selection. I ain't never seen nothing like this before. Caitlin Clark is a menace, man. She literally kicked Cheryl Reeves off the team. That's my team. I don't yo, son. Cheryl Reeves, you asked for it. You asked for it. So now Sandy Brondello will be coaching Caitlin Clark's team, and Cheryl Reeves is going to be coaching the Fisa Collier's team. This is insane right here. And it's like, yo, Cheryl Reeves, I get it. You have the best record in the WNBA so far. You want as many plays as you can.
Cheryl Reeve should be out here handing out gold bars and curing the common cold, and there'd still be a line of people ready to say, nah, we're good. Because even when she's right, that old school WNBA energy hits different. Like someone showing up to a streaming war with a VHS tape. It's giving rotary phone in an iPhone world.
Bruh, tell me y'all just saw Caitlin Clark destroy Cheryl Reeves on national TV. I know y'all saw free smoke, ayy, free smoke, ayy, free smoke, ayy, free smoke. Bruh, Caitlin Clark want all the smoke. Caitlin Clark want all the smoke, bruh. Bruh, she just annihilated Cheryl Reeve on national television. I didn't see that.
And now she's storming around over all-star votes like she just found out democracy isn't perfect. Welcome to Earth, Cheryl. Here's the thing, when someone from the league's dusty cabinet of power starts preaching, it's hard to buy the sermon. It doesn't sound like advocacy. It sounds like a Yelp rant from a coach who just watched her team get outplayed, outclassed, and completely outshined by a franchise that, for once, actually matters to the world.
So Cheryl Reeves, man, she came out stating how not only herself, but her players were kind of upset about the coaches' votes for the reserves, for the All-Star. Now, the crazy thing about it is, she's going to be coaching Caitlin Clark's team. So, I don't know how that's going to work with her coming out and saying what she said. I mean, who knows?
Oh yes, we're talking about them, the Indiana Fever. The same team with 3 All-Stars. The same squad that strutted through the Commissioner's Cup like they were auditioning for center stage at Madison Square Garden. And now suddenly Cheryl's emotional thermostat is stuck on rage tweet.
The WNBA All-Star Draft was fun between Caitlin Clark and Nafisa Collier, the team captains, picking the players, picking the rosters. But the most interesting aspect was the coach swap, because Clark traded Cheryl Reeve, who was the coach of her team, or was to be the coach of her team, to Collier for Sandy Brondello, the coach of the New York Liberty. Of course, Reeve is Collier's head coach for the Minnesota Lynx, so that makes sense. But the drama is going to come from Reeve having previously been critical on social media about the amount of attention Clark received relative to the rest of
There's a certain aroma in the air when someone rants about media hype, only to hand the media a week's worth of headlines by going off in public. It's like watching someone toss water on a grease fire and then act shocked when the kitchen explodes. Cheryl's not mad about fairness. She's mad because the spotlight used to be hers, her system, her rules, her players. But now, the lights shifted and it's a little too bright for her liking. Let's just call it what it is, a good old-fashioned case of all-star envy. Nothing summons the inner chaos goblin of the WNBA quite like watching another team rack up 3 shiny all-star spots while yours gets, what, a participation ribbon? Suddenly it's not about basketball anymore, It's about algorithms, justice, and the integrity of the game, whatever that means this week. Because when her players get snubbed, it's a systemic failure. But when her team wins, oh, then the system's flawless. Funny how that works. And here's the real sting. She had to watch her squad get schooled by that same Indiana Fever team in a game that actually mattered. The Commissioner's Cup. Real stakes. Real scoreboard. And it wasn't some fluky three-pointer or...
They're there, they're there. There's nothing no crying and whining is going to do about it. The same way you didn't give two shits about Caitlin Clark's fan base and all that. Don't nobody give two shits about your crying. You know what I'm saying? Like that, you're coaching Caitlin Clark's team. I don't understand why you had to make it a big deal and say, oh, well, this team's below us to have more plays than us and it's disappointing. And like, what are you talking about? Like, you already kept her off the Olympics. Now you're going to complain about her having more teammates than your players on the court. This team. Embarrassing.
That loss wasn't just a bruise to the ego. It was a televised exorcism. And now Cheryl's spiraling like someone who just found out the neighbor's kid got into Harvard while hers is still perfecting TikTok dances in the driveway. It's petty. It's glorious. It's peak vintage Reeve, because nothing screams, I'm totally fine, like going nuclear in public over a popularity contest that doesn't even matter. Except, of course it does. The WNBA is finally basking in the spotlight, and instead of soaking it up, here comes Cheryl with a megaphone shouting about balance and respect. Like the league's about to be overrun by 22-year-olds with sneaker deals and social media empires. Newsflash, it already has been. And it's working. Ratings are climbing, merch is flying, and the Fever have gone from meme to movement. But sure, let's keep pretending it's still 2014, and veteran coaches deserve applause just for showing up in a pantsuit. This stopped being about logic a long time ago. It's about energy. That all-star roster didn't fill itself by luck. It filled up on buzz, fandom, and viral moments that actually moved culture. You can't...
They asked Caitlin Clark, hey Caitlin, are there any player trades you like to make? Nah, I'm kind of set with my team, but I would like to trade coaches. I like it. I don't know what's gotten into Caitlin Clark. You are leaning into this bad guy role. I love it. I don't know what's gotten into you, Caitlin Clark, but you've been on some I don't give a F lately. I love it.
And let's be real. If her team had landed 3 All-Stars, we wouldn't be hearing a single complaint. There'd be confetti, photo ops, maybe even a heartfelt LinkedIn post about culture wins and trusting the process. But the second that recognition skips over her roster, suddenly it's DEFCON 1 on ethics and fairness. Please. The only real emergency here is trying to look gracious while quietly combusting over someone else's spotlight. It's wild how fast teamwork and merit morph into, this is rigged, the moment the votes don't go your way. The system's broken, but only when it dares to shift away from the same old hierarchy. The league is finally growing, pulling real numbers, real fans, real momentum, but heaven forbid that spotlight doesn't orbit around the legacy names. Cheryl's not crusading for fairness, she's wrestling with irrelevance. And deep down, everyone knows it. There's a specific flavor to this kind of outrage.